Amy, are you there? No, she may have stepped away from the mic for a moment. But she was.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, there you are. Hi, Amy. So
Hi.
So your topic that because we started with you, and so we're going to get right back to you, and your topic was mental health.
Yeah.
You work in the mental health field, so you're probably looking for things that would help to detox the brain from chemicals that are getting to the brain, because these people are pumped full of chemicals uh, to a very high degree, and
Yes. Yes.
and so I would go over on the report that's over on, let's go to common conditions reports on the website, herbalhealthreview.com. And under common conditions, I'm going down here until I see M for make lifestyle changes. And there it is, make lifestyle changes. And I click on that's one of the things that we want, is we want to make lifestyle changes. But before we do the make lifestyle changes, let's go to a different report. And that different report that I want to go to is going to be autism and brain disorders, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about mental and brain disorders. So let's go take a look at that. It's under autism and bipolar and brain disorders. So now I've clicked on that, and that's going to give us a lot of suggestions and ideas about the brain. Because I've done a tremendous amount of research and I pulled it all together and I put it into this report. And because the challenge of the spectrum of disorders that we call autism and bipolar and other brain disorders, it's wide, it's huge, and hunting down anything that might aid improvement, like herbal medicine, while not yet on a, we're dealing with first a detox. We need to detox, and recently there's a lot of things coming from the FDA's talk that came. You can't mention detox. You can't say that your product is a detox product. If your product used to be a detox product, it has to take the word detox off of there so that it won't help people, because that's what they do, is they obstruct for you from getting any information about a heavy metal detox. But when you go on this website, I'm not selling anything. So that confuses their situation. If I was selling something, I couldn't tell you what I tell you. That's their law. And they destroy people if they interfere with what their FDA rules are. They're not even laws. But if you conflict with their mentality, they're like a Nazi organization that will take you down hard. And they tried to do that to me, but it didn't work, because the Most High was my attorney. The Most High came upon the judge, and the judge threw the FDA out of court. But heavy metal detox, there is one. And the herbs that are in that heavy metal detox, and I'm getting a lot of feedback through a microphone here. I'm going to go and see what I can do to find out where the microphone is open. I'm going to... Okay, the noise stopped on the open mic, because I only have one open mic. Okay, going back to what I'm talking about. And what I'm talking about is a heavy metal detox, which is listed in the autism report on herbalhealthreview.com, because I'm not selling anything. I can call it what it is because I invented it. Heavy metal detox. It's got chlorella algae and it's got cilantro leaf. Cilantro leaf is very interesting. You can take a handful of cilantro leaf and you can pour heavy metal water with heavy metals in it, aluminum and junk, and the cilantro will suck up and absorb all of the heavy metals out of the water. And you can purify water from heavy metals with cilantro leaf. Then there's coriander seed. That's the other half of the plant. Same plant. Cilantro is the leaf, coriander is the seed. And the coriander seed is also a detox. Sucks up toxins, heavy metals. And then there's garlic. That's a great detoxer. Turmeric. They're finding all kinds of things about turmeric. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, everything. Turmeric is incredible. And turmeric is in there. It's also a detoxer. Then there's milk thistle seed. Milk thistle seed will give you a brand new liver by 60% every 120 days. Milk thistle seed. It will protect the liver from poison and heavy metals. So there it is. That's a heavy metal detox. And you can order that from Health and Herbs, or you can go on that website and you can click on it and you're looking at it. Let's click on it. So I clicked on it and I'm opening the link in a new tab, and there it is. So now we're making a video of this, and I've clicked on the product in the report, which is what you can do. You can go to these reports, you can click on the product. Now I'm looking at it. It's $11.88, but if you know the code for the GOCC discount of 20%, if you know that coupon code GOCC, well, they'll take 20% off of that $11.88. And if you get a larger size than 2 ounces, then you get a discount you get an extra discount off of a 4-ounce bottle. Or an 8-ounce bottle, you get another extra discount. In a 16-ounce bottle and a 32-ounce bottle, you get even extra discounts off of the large sizes if you wanted a big size of heavy metal detox. But if you just want a little 1-ounce or 2-ounce bottle, it's $11.88 an ounce. And I'm looking at it, and I can choose whatever size, whether I want it alcohol or alcohol-free or made with alcohol. And there's a lot of noise coming out of Amy's microphone. It sounds like she's moving around. So anyway, that's one of the things, a heavy metal detox. But I would be looking at more detoxification. I'd be also going back over to over here. I think it's 4486. Is that right? 4486. Let's see if I recall this. There you go. It's a cleansing program with a bentonite clay. That will suck up all the toxins, all the heavy metals. Everything will go into the bentonite clay. It's a fiber. It's a fiber product that you take one time in the evening. Some people like to mix it with this or put it with that. I like to take it totally alone because it's going to suck up everything out of, and all the moisture out of your digestive tract. Not all of it, going to leave a trace. That's why you have to follow it with a big glass of water. But this powder, it's a cleansing program with the number 1078 colon and liver cleansing liquid. You get 2 of them, and then you get the powder with the bentonite clay and the super green foods and the psyllium husks. And it acts like a sponge that turns into a gel. So you just take a teaspoon of it or a tablespoon of it, put it in some water, juice tea, stir it up about 2 hours before dinner on an empty stomach. And you drink it down before it gels. Then you follow it with another glass of water within 15 to 20 minutes, because that gel is going to suck up everything is going to go into that gel. It's going to hit the liver and clean up the liver, and it's cleaning up the bloodstream, the digestive tract, and by the time it gets to the colon, it's going to just mop up everything in the colon. It acts like a magnet. It acts like a toxin heavy metal magnet. So using the two together, now you have a super detoxification system that is totally harmless, and you can do it for about 2 weeks. That's a 2-week package, and you get the two of them together, and you get a special discount because it's called a kit, and it's called the cleansing program with bentonite clay number 4486. Number 4486. You get the two of them together, and again, I'm not selling anything. But I'll tell you the price of it is $51.99 or $52, and I get nothing from that. I invented it. I invented that. I get nothing from it. But I gave all it away. I gave all of that away so that I could be the person that could give you all these answers. Because I could never give you all these answers if I owned a big successful herb company. That was what was made clear to me, and I gave it all up, and so and then defeated the FDA later. So that's it. That's how I would go with mopping up and cleaning up. That's the way I would start with with any kind of a mental health problem or issue, and then I'd go back to that autism brain disorder report, and I'd look at all the things that can be used for mental health, because there's the heavy metal detox. I'd be giving myself maybe a couple of squirts of that in my mouth, and then I would be drinking down that gel, that fiber with all the bentonite clay and psyllium husk and super green foods in it. I'd be doing those two together in the evening, one time, 2 hours before dinner, on an empty stomach. And then I'd be looking at the rest of these herbs here. You're going to find that with mental disorders, there's a lot of agitation that's going on in the digestive tract. One of the greatest friends of the digestive tract, which is a time-tested medicine for the stomach and stomach distress, and it's used by nearly every population in the world. It's ginger root. Yeah, just go out to the store and get an organic ginger root and eat plenty of it, because its effect on motion sickness and stomach distress caused by mental disorders, and it causes nausea and stomach disorders. Well, ginger root will calm it down. Sometimes a couple of drops of peppermint with it as well. But peppermint's a stimulant, but it'll really help with with acid reflux and so forth. The ginger root, a drop or two of peppermint oil, or if you get peppermint leaf tea, because that's going to be very soothing. And it's going to taste good. It's going to taste like peppermint. But ginger contains ingredients that soothe the gastrointestinal tract and digestion by increasing the peristalsis. It's moving things through there, and also it just moves the food right through the gut. Ginger root. And a study from India demonstrated that ginger speeds up the time that it takes the stomach to empty. Which is a benefit for feelings of abdominal discomfort and bloating. So ginger root is one of the super herbs And you should have one in your kitchen and be making ginger all the time. By the way, ginger moves the lymphatic glands. It opens those ductless glands, and it's helping to push all of this mucus out of the body. Ginger root will do that. So it will push that mucus out of the body and help to get rid of that mucus. It's just incredible. Now, another herb that we find when there's mental challenges is astragalus root. And astragalus is actually a soup herb. They eat in China, in Asia. They eat astragalus, like we would eat any other vegetable, and they eat plenty of it. And astragalus root, it's not often that a powerful herb tastes like a delicious soup herb, but it does. It's a very potent Chinese energizer. It energizes the immune system. So astragalus root, you want to get that in your diet. It's used to assist healing from chronic illness, and it has as a stamina to increase your stamina. Astragalus, because a lot of times with mental disorders, they just get worn out. They get worn out from the anguish of the mental disorder. So astragalus we find is very helpful. Astragalus boosts energy, increases stress adaptation. It is particularly antiviral. So it's going to help us with some viruses as well. That's why it really works good for the immune system. And it amplifies the efficiency of many types of immune functions. So it's working in many different directions for the immune system. Traditionally, night sweats, wasting disorders, chronic ulcerations, sores, numbness, edema. That's when they bring out the astragalus, and they eat plenty of it. It's a root that is preferred for long-term prevention, but it can be used for acute cold and flu, and will produce improvement in almost every case. Chinese families regularly add astragalus to the family's stew pot during the cold season, especially, so that everyone can get a daily immune boost. And astragalus is a popular immune enhancer for children who have had frequent infections. And according to Chinese medicine, astragalus also fortifies the lungs. So it forms the backbone of a program to prevent and treat respiratory infection. There's a lot of studies with astragalus, and they've shown its ability to augment immune function, including activity against Coxsackie virus, a flu-like virus that mainly affects children, and the polysaccharides are similar to those in echinacea and shiitake mushrooms and hormone-like compounds called saponins. And the saponins are credited with many of the herb's benefits. So astragalus root, maybe dozens of other active constituents, many of which may be synergistic to the supportive uh, of the known active chemicals in astragalus. Astragalus root, you can get it as capsules, you can get it as a tincture extract, you can get it as a powder, and add it to your soup, add it to your food. And unlike most medicinal plants, it actually tastes surprisingly good. As a tea with a velvety texture and a sweet, buttery taste. Uh, for a broth that's antioxidant, children's soup, you cook it, you can put it in a children's soup, and you use it as a soup stock, and use it as and an herbal tea, and that it cooks up nice, and another, with other grains and so forth. 6 to 30 drops of the tincture, even more than that, because it's a food. So, but then you're getting the medicine, the straight out medicine of the root when you're using the tincture extract. So just know that that's brought into solution, and then you're going to get more powerful immune modulating activity with the tincture extract. But then there's another herb called ginkgo leaf that is used with mental disorders, because ginkgo is an herb that offers promise for treating a large collection of brain, nerve, circulatory conditions. It is most widely prescribed. It is the most widely prescribed pharmaceutical in the world, ginkgo, with over 200 publications, published studies to its credit. Ginkgo has highly been researched. Ginkgo acts by increasing blood flow to the brain, because sometimes these mental disorders can be a clogged artery, which then you want to look at my clogged artery report, and look at nattokinase, which will unblock clogged arteries, which people with strokes want to know about. They want to know about my clogged artery report with nattokinase and horny goatweed that opens up clogged arteries. But ginkgo it acts by increasing the blood flow to the brain and to the central nervous system, as well as promoting peripheral circulation. And it exerts a positive effect on cells in general and nerve cells in particular. So when we're talking about neuropathy and we're talking about brain behavior, we're talking about ginkgo biloba. When we're talking about brain disorders, modern investigations, have told us that that have found that a standardized extract of a powerful dose of the ginkgo biloba that is resulting in ginkgo biloba being about a 24% consistent extract, which to me, I don't like isolating the other products and making a straight out drug of the drug, a ginkgo biloba. Because then it's leaving off the natural characteristics of the balance of nature. I'd rather use it just straight without amplifying the medicine, the specific medicine in the plant. So you'll find that my tincture extracts and the process that I invented holds all of the medicine from the plant with an exclusive process that I also invented to extract all of the nutrients and all of the liquid from every plant so that I'm getting everything out of it. Then that's going into solution. And that's my tincture extracts. By all accounts, the dramatic properties of ginkgo is on memory. And it imposes, excuse me, it improves concentration and short and long-term memory, ginkgo biloba. And that's why it's the most widely prescribed herb in the world is ginkgo biloba. By all accounts, it's just very dramatic and so forth. So then there's another one I want to tell you about. And that's gotu kola for memory, for the brain. Gotu kola leaf. Gotu kola leaf. Here's an herb with a long history. Gotu kola leaf. A long history of brain building. Gotu kola is a mainstay of herbal medicine in Ayurvedic medicine that kind of made its way into Europe and then European treatments many years ago. Gotu kola. And gotu kola was used in France in the 1880s as a standard herb for the nervous system. Gotu kola has a host of benefits for neurological recovery and cognition. Gotu kola leaf. Gotu kola leaf is also called Brahmi, Brahmi, Brahmi. That's an Indian word that translates to the word godlike. Gotu kola in Ayurvedic medicine has the label godlike. And I need a drink of water here to continue. Hold on while I take a water break. And here we go. So gotu kola. Gotu kola is incredible. It wakes up the mind. It elucidates the mind. Causes mental clarity. It's even used as a remedy to treat disorders as diverse as epilepsy, senility, hair loss, and psoriasis. That's pretty diverse. A study in rats with gotu kola showed an impressive improvement in memory. The treated rats were able to retain learned behavior 3 to 60 times better than the control rats. That's 3 to 60 times better. That's quite an improvement. A Korean study on gotu kola, a Korean study shows that the constituents in gotu kola show potential for treating Alzheimer's disease. And a follow-up animal research from India used gotu kola tea to improve cognitive behavior in 2 different types of experiments in a laboratory model. Gotu kola is an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. The active substance in gotu kola, it's thought to be triterpenes, and triterpoid like compounds, which have a balancing effect on cognitive tissues. The triterpenes improve the function of and integrity of the collagen matrix and support the ground substance, the basic glue holds the cells of our bodies together. Since gotu kola basically is a mild salad vegetable, the dose can be very high. You can take a lot of it. It's like astragalus root. You can eat it as a salad herb or as a vegetable. And so you try 1 to 4 teaspoons of the fresh juice every morning. For acute skin disease, use 1 or 2 ounces of dry herb by weight as a tea per day. Many people use a modest dose of 6 to 24 drops per day in tinctures for daily rejuvenation. It is often taken with ghee, Ghee. That's clarified butter from India. That's how they call it, ghee. So that's how they have their cup of gotu kola with some ghee added to it, and maybe some honey. And they do that before meditation in India. So we're talking about now calamus root. Calamus root is a major herb for the mind in Asian medicine, and it is said to stimulate the power of self-expression. Stimulates the power of self-expression and to enhance intelligence. Ancient yogis and seers used calamus root, calamus herb. The root promotes circulation to the brain. It heightens memory, it enhances awareness, and it increases communication and self-expression. It's a bitter herb that acts as an anti-gas digestive aid and mucolytic, so that it is used in autism, and calamus is very warming to the respiratory system. So it's good for the lungs. Calamus root, often combined with gotu kola. Calamus root combined with gotu kola, which has a very cooling and it's very cooling and very mild. The complementary energetics of the two makes the combination suitable for a wide variety of people. In addition, deficient conditions, it combines well with gotu kola. And calamus combines with gotu kola and valerian root and licorice. over a long term, calamus will warm the body and pacify the mind. So that's a little bit about calamus and valerian and some of these others that can be used against seizures, which are affecting the brain. So that is a seizure remedy. And you can even add black cohosh, which has a history of noted anti-seizure activity. Black cohosh root against seizures, although now known for other applications, the herb was used extensively. It was used extensively in the past, black cohosh root, for seizures. So these are some ideas about things for the mind, for the memory. There's a lot of new products out there that people are using to enhance and increase their memory. And if you type in memory over on the website, betterhealthherbs.com, it's going to bring you up to some very interesting products, like a memory and focus plus kit that has ginkgo biloba in it, has gotu kola in it, also has a Eleutherococcus senticosus, that's Siberian ginseng. This Eleuthero root gives you mental stamina. And the oldest man who still had all his mental faculties, he was in China, lived to be about 260 years old, and to keep sharp mentally, he used an herb called Fotai, F-O-T-I. So that's a memory, in a memory kit, these herbs. The ginkgo leaf, the gotu kola, the Fotai, it's all in one kit, along with some other things too. There's a memory boost capsules, and these memory boost capsules, this is what you use to increase the memory to where you can remember things that other people can't remember. And you can remember a lot of things. It will increase your memory. And let's take a look and see what's in a memory boost formulation that comes in capsules. And and memory boost capsules. What's in it? Niacinamide. That is going to increase and dilate and open up the cells. It's going to open up the cells so that you're going to have a more circulation to the brain. Guarana seed is going to give you 6 milligrams of caffeine, which is not a lot, but it's enough to stimulate. Just a little bit of guarana is going to stimulate the Panax ginseng that's in there, and the L-theanine that's in that formulation, and that's one memory boost capsule formulation. And I think there's probably another one there they had as well. Let's see if I can get back out to memory and pick up one more for the memory. But just typing in the word memory on that Better Health Herbs website will bring up these herbs. And by the way, the discount for any of those products, get 20% off. The discount coupon code is GOCC. That'll get you 20% off your order. I'm looking here, especially the Mount Angel multiplied capsules. I'm looking at the brain nutrient capsules. Here's the one I want right here. This is the strongest brain activator memory enhancer. It's called Brain Boost. And you get 60 capsules, and it's not cheap. is $56.99. To me, that's $57. $57, and you get a 1 month supply, one in the morning and one in the evening, and it has a proprietary blend, and again it's got the niacinamide, but it's got something called Bacopa, Moneri, the whole plant extract, and and it's from a plant by the name of Synapsa, and it's standardized to 55% of bacosides, so you're getting a lot of that Bacopa and it's also got citrulline from Cognizin and a nootropic blend, and which then contains like DMAE, dimethyl ethanol, and bitartrate, so dimethyl ethanol, and bitartrate, and it also has pyroglutamic acid and L-theanine. So it is one powerful memory enhancer, number 2224. And that is the most powerful memory enhancer. So that's some things for the memory, talking about the memory and the mind and how to wake it up again.